Welcome to Authentically Asian, and this is the Thai episode. It's pretty near and dear to my heart because we are standing in the Bangkok market in Hollywood, California. It's the first Thai market in the history of America, and I grew up here. I literally worked every single position, from the cashier to the meat department to the produce department, and it's kind of cool because my mom is literally hanging out right there. So today we're going to shop the ingredients we need for drunken noodles and chicken satay with peanut sauce, and then we're going to go home and we're going to cook it up. Let's go. So you can't cook Thai food without this. It's called fish sauce. It's the fundamental salt and savory ingredient in Thai food. It's just anchovy, salt, and water, and you know what? It's delicious. So the next ingredient is oyster sauce. It's not actually Thai, it is Chinese, but it's everything you need to make really great stir fry. Not all soy sauces are the same. For the drunken noodles, I'm gonna need a Chinese sweet soy, which is 70% molasses to 30% soy sauce. Thai coconut milk. Thai basil. It has an incredible smell of anise or black licorice and totally necessary for drunken noodles. So Mom, we're cooking drunken noodles today. Yeah. You know the recipe you never taught me? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm trying to get home to cook this thing, and of course it's LA. And I'm stuck in traffic. Well, you know, the worst thing about this is the entire crew is going to give me a hard time because I'm always like slave driving them, and I'm the one that's late. Mike, you know Mike, the big Sasquatch looking one? That dude seemed to be all over my shit. You know, he doesn't emote much, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of scares me at first when I first met the guy, but, you know, he's just going to be like, you late. This sucks.
Has anyone seen Jet?
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It was bad traffic, guys. I know I ride you guys, but whatever, Mike. I know what you're thinking.
You've been here since 6, Jeff.
Let's just cook already. Whatever. We're not comedians, so that's the best it's gonna get. That's the best it's gonna get. So we're back from the market, and it's time to start our drunken noodles and our chicken satay. The number one cooking principle that you need to remember in Thai food is basically something called yum. Spelled Y-U-M, it is the perfect balance point between 5 flavors: hot, sour, salty, sweet, and savory. If you can remember the word yum, you're going to be able to cook every single Thai dish. So your attack plan is always the same. We're going to mix the sauce together, hold it, we're going to move on to cutting vegetables and then meat, and we're going to fire it all up together. I'm going to start with oyster sauce, and then behind that we're going to go with fish sauce. Fish sauce is going to give you that really beautiful kind of briny saltiness that you want in this dish. And definitely one of my favorite ingredients, sweet soy sauce. Next, a little bit of sriracha. You can't have Thai food without a little balance of sweetness there. And that's my sauce. Let's go to vegetables. I'm gonna start with some garlic and onion. And pretty standard, pound the garlic flat. And just give one little kind of tight, kind of 1/8 to 1/4 inch pass. The onion cut here is going to be something that's called lyonnaise or Frenching cut. Take a half of an onion, take the front tip off of it, and then peel it. Cut the root end off. Keep the edge of the knife pointed to the core of the onion, going along the fiber of the onion, and that's how you get these cool little shapes. Just a few more items. I've got a green jalapeno here, and that's going to be fine. You don't have to kill yourself with heat to be eating Thai food. I've got some grape tomatoes in this recipe. I think it adds a nice brightness. Lastly, I've got Thai basil, and check it out. This is how I gently manipulate Thai basil. Take those top pluges off, and then basically run your fingers opposite the way that the basil grows. And although it's going to perfume the dish in the pan, I like to go a step further. I'm going to do something called chiffonade, where we take a bunch of leaves, spine over spine, roll it up really tight, and then I'm going to give it a really, really tight little pass, very, very thin slice, and then put that right into the sauce so the flavors can really start to marry. These are fresh rice noodles. They are in the deli section of your Asian market. The Chinese would call it hor fun. Thai people would call it guatio. And we're ready to cook this. Neutral oil. I favor the grapeseed oil, but corn, peanut, canola, any of that's gonna work. Just stay away from olive and sesame. All right, I see a little bit of white smoke happening here, which is my visual indicator it's time to cook, and I'm going in with just a wee bit of garlic. I definitely want that garlic to bring all those essential oils and that aroma into the pan, and then chili right after. A little bit of onion. For today, I'm using shrimp. I really like shrimp as my protein for drunken noodles. So peel and devein. I'll make a little well here, just so the eggs can land. I'm gonna do just another scant amount of oil, and then the eggs are going right in. So with the eggs in the pan, I just wanna break the yolks up and kind of make a bed. And that bed is going to receive my noodles here. Noodles into the wet egg. And you want them to be completely coated and surrounded by the egg. And don't be scared to scrape, because I've got a metal pan, I've got metal utensils. I'm not worried about, you know, any like non-stick surfaces peeling off or anything. The more you scrape now, the less anything's gonna burn. And you want all those delicious bits from the pan to join the party. The shrimp are about 3/4 way. That means it's time for sauce. And noodles are a symbol of long life. When Asian people eat noodles, they want the noodles strands as long as possible. So don't get in there and get all crazy and start breaking up noodles. So I'm really just going in, scraping, and just kind of turning the noodles over themselves until they absorb all of the sauce. Throw your basil in, because you want that basil to get that kind of steam and open up all those delicious flavors. I'm gonna throw my tomatoes in right now. I'm gonna turn the heat off and just fold the hot noodles into the basil so that basil really opens up and really brings that black licorice flavor to the dish. We call this the Mike Food Feast Shimmy right here. I like your tank top choice today, Mike. All right. What I'm looking for is a moist, kind of tight dish, not too saucy, but not too dry. The dish is telling me it's time to plate. If I leave it in any longer, it's gonna dry out, and I don't want that. So I kind of usually go a little beyond center and then let it fall to the middle. And it's always nice to display those beautiful little shrimp on top. There you have it, family. Drunken noodles. People are always wondering why we call them drunken noodles. It's not because there's alcohol in the dish. It's actually a dish that you'll eat while drunk. So super late nights, you're rolling out of the club, that is the dish that you would eat on the streets of Bangkok. Let's move on to the chicken satay and peanut sauce. For the chicken satay marinade, very simple. Curry powder, a little bit of salt, sugar, and some pepper. Our wet is going to be coconut milk. I'm gonna cut satay chicken very similar to how I cut stir-fry chicken. First, I'm gonna cut it with the grain into kind of 2-inch to 3-inch tiles, and then I'm gonna cut against the grain into these little kind of planks. Even pieces is what I'm going for here. Chicken is cut, it's going right into the marinade. And you can let them swim and hang out in the marinade for 4 hours, all the way up to overnight. So while the chicken's marinating, let's move on to the peanut sauce. And believe it or not, it's one of the easiest things to cook. The top of this is pure coconut cream. We're using red curry paste here. There's so much flavor packed into curry paste, but you need to unlock those flavors frying in coconut oil. Once you start smelling all those aromatics of this paste, it's time to move on to peanut butter. You can get all that hippy dippy peanut butter you want, but I really like the old school stuff that I ate as a kid with my jelly sandwiches. Peanut butter's in. Now we're gonna use the rest of that coconut milk, which is more liquidy, and put enough in to break down that peanut butter into nice thinner sauce. You want to start the reduction of all these great ingredients, and that just simply means bring it all to a boil and let it start to thicken naturally. Remember your Thai flavors: hot, sour, salty, sweet, savory. For sweetness, I'm just going to add a little bit of sugar because I think you want some sweetness to your peanut sauce. So for salty and savory, I'm just going to put a little bit of fish sauce in there. We want to cut that now with just a little bit of rice vinegar. So that's it. Within minutes, you've just made the best peanut sauce you've ever eaten in the comfort of your own kitchen. I like 4 to 6 inch skewers. I think you get about 3 to 4 pieces of chicken on there. I don't want these mega skewers that are daunting and not fun to eat. All I'm gonna do is just kind of flatten them out and then slide the center skewer right through the protein. So chicken satays are skewered, they're ready to cook. Dab off the excess marinade from the chicken so you don't get all these flare-ups and crazy smoke all over the place. You want to heat up your grill, give it a quick wipe down and a little bit of oil, and I'm just going to lay these down. So I'm hearing the sear, that is a good sign. I really like to get a little peek before I actually turn. I'm looking for really nice dark grill marks, and that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. I'm gonna turn them over exactly how they lay. So there's only one way to guarantee doneness in chicken, and that's using a thermometer. You want to insert the thermometer into the fleshiest part of the chicken. Once that hits 165, you are good to go. I'm going to plate my chicken sautés on the side and just offer a little bit of peanut sauce, and that's it. I am good to go. Thanks so much for hanging out for this entire day of Thai cooking, from going to the market and finding the ingredients to coming back home and cooking chicken satay with peanut sauce and the iconic drunken noodles. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time on Authentically Asian.